Welcome to this professional training session on SIRE 2.0 compliance, focusing on question 5.4.9 regarding emergency lighting systems. The primary objective is to ensure that your emergency lighting system operates correctly if primary power and lighting are lost during an incident. The inspector will verify if the master and officers are familiar with procedures for periodic testing, maintenance, and the system's actual condition. Compliance is rooted in international regulations, specifically SOLAS Chapters 2 and 3, alongside the ISM Code and national requirements like USCG CFR 46. According to SOLAS, emergency lighting at every muster and embarkation station must be capable of operating for at least 3 hours. Furthermore, lighting in service areas, accommodation alleyways, stairways, and exits must provide illumination for at least 18 hours. This 18-hour requirement also extends to machinery spaces, main generating stations, and critical control positions like the steering gear. Under USCG rules, it is the master's duty to ensure the systems are operated and inspected at least once every week while the vessel is navigated. Crucially, the date of these tests and the overall condition of the equipment must be recorded clearly in the official logbook or SMS records. Your company should have specific procedures for emergency lighting. These must include detailed instructions on how and when to perform inspections. The ISM Code requires identifying technical systems whose failure could result in hazardous situations. Emergency lighting is a prime example of such equipment. TMSA guidelines also emphasize that procedures must be in place to record the testing of critical systems that are not in continuous use. What will an inspector do? First, they will review your company procedures and check your maintenance records to verify compliance. They will inspect a representative sample of emergency lights to ensure they are functional, clean, and in proper operating condition. Inspectors will specifically check the lighting that illuminates the water area where survival craft are launched to ensure safety during abandonment. A key part of the SIRE 2.0 inspection is the interview. The inspector will speak to the ETO or responsible officer to gauge their technical knowledge. If you are the ETO or electrician, you must be able to demonstrate exactly how the system is tested and where the records are kept. The inspector will verify that muster stations are adequately illuminated by power supplied from the emergency source, as required by SOLAS Chapter 3. Negative observations often arise if there are no company procedures or if they don't require testing at least once per week. Another common issue is when the responsible officer is unfamiliar with the location of switches to turn on the emergency lighting source. Physical defects such as lights being dirty, filled with water, or simply non-functional will lead to a direct negative observation. Even if the lights work, failing to maintain consistent records of inspection and testing is a significant compliance gap. For remotely located survival craft, self-contained battery-powered lamps may be used, provided they give at least 3 hours of performance. These lamps must be capable of being recharged from both the ship's main and emergency sources of electrical power and must be stowed under charge. To prepare, Step 1 is to review your SMS and maintenance plan to ensure you are following the specified frequency for testing. Step 2, cross-check your official logbook entries with your PMS records to ensure they are consistent and up to date. Step 3, conduct a complete walkthrough. Test a representative sample of all emergency lights yourself before the inspector arrives. For tankers, remember that emergency lighting in cargo pump rooms has specific requirements and must be checked for proper interlocking with ventilation. Ensure that all officers, not just the ETO, are familiar with how to operate the emergency lighting switches in different locations. Maintenance is not just about electrical function. Ensure fixtures are clean and not obscured by paint or dirt to maximize light output. When interviewed, always reference your specific company procedures. This shows the inspector that you are following the official SMS. Be prepared to demonstrate the emergency lighting system. Know which breakers to toggle and ensure you can do it safely and confidently. SOLAS. Chapter 3 requires emergency lighting for mustering and abandonment to be tested at every abandoned ship drill. Check these dates. Outdoor fixtures are prone to water ingress. Check the gaskets on lifeboat decks and mooring decks to prevent short circuits. Seeing evidence of regular periodic testing gives the inspector confidence in the master and officer's commitment to safety. In summary, verify your procedures, update your records, ensure crew knowledge, and maintain the physical condition of all lights. By focusing on these details, you ensure a successful SIRE 2.0 inspection and, more importantly, the safety of your crew in an emergency. Thank you for participating in this training. Stay safe and always remain prepared for any inspection. Good luck.